usually spend between, I would say like 2 to 3 hours a day on social media, and I guess the one I would use most frequently would be Instagram.
I think I spend about like 6 hours a day on Instagram, but I think I spend more time than I actually need to, since a lot of the time I spend on social media might be just scrolling and really most of the time not posting anything.
I really browse through Instagram, so maybe like 2 hours throughout the day.
So my biggest concern for technology with like the upcoming generation in the future is really the fact that people won't have proper social skills developed, because a lot of time with text messages, rather than calling or like a face-to-face conversation, you lose sight of that like person-to-person dialect and like body language and how tone and how emphasis on certain things really affects the conversation. So I'm really worried that technology is going to ruin that aspect of relationships and having a real conversation.
I'm worried to some extent that technology might take over our lives, in the sense that social media might become like a primary form of establishing that you know someone, where it kind of already is now, where unfriending someone is like seen as like a bad thing, but it doesn't really equate to your friendship or the status of your friendship in real life.
I think that a lot of the time, like when people, especially kids our age, don't have parents that are very supportive or that kind of like raise them without the use of technology, they become very dependent on finding that finding that like dependency on like some people, like building their support off of like the support of others. So when they get that like, it's almost as if that person not only likes the picture but likes their image and likes the brand that that person represents. So I feel like a lot of the times now people have become very dependent on those likes and those numbers, whether it be like the number of likes, the number of like retweets, the number of favorites or shares that you get. I think that really has affected people in our generation if they didn't have that background support there before the social media accounts were created.
You can be scrolling on a day that maybe you're really not feeling the best, not feeling like you're really doing what you should be doing or feel like that you really want to do, but it can be discouraging, not necessarily discouraging, but hurtful sometimes, depending on the person or depending on the situation. When you see like, oh, like all my friends are having fun, I'm not having fun, my profile is pretty much empty, there's no theme, like you really can't tell who I am from who I am on social media. But definitely I think that it's important to recognize that, you know, you're not everything that you put online. That's only a small fraction of you, and if you want to make it that, you know, your social media is who you are, you definitely have the option to do that. It's really your choice.